Hi, everybody. Dick Vitale. Today was two big games in the Big Ten. Unbelievable. Michigan at home taking on Indiana. Indiana has struggled big time on the road. In fact, they've lost now after losing today to Michigan 5 of the last 6 games, and that doesn't look good when you're thinking about trying to play in the NCAA tournament. And Hoosiers have not been in the tournament the last 3 years. This is now the third year for Archie Miller, so people out there want to make sure this is the year they get in. They're going to have to do some winning yet. There's no doubt about it. Got blown out today, got ripped and routed by the Wolverines at home. Had a great win for Juwan Howard and his kids. I think they're going to be dancing. They got some quality wins, man. Started by winning the tournament out in the Battle of the Atlantis. And I think that this team now is starting to turn it around after going through a 4-game losing streak, which could happen in life in the Big Ten. The league is the toughest conference in basketball. They had Iowa today, hooking up with Minnesota. Minnesota was trying to keep their hopes alive for a possible tournament bid. Right now, our guy, the bracketologist, Joe Lenardi, has 11 teams in from the Big Ten. And some people could say 12 if Minnesota were to get hot. But they lost today at home to Iowa. And that was a big win for the Hawkeyes of Iowa and Fran McCaffrey, because the bottom line is they have really struggled away from home. I think it's their second win away from home in conference play. Garza had a good game, 24, and he's certainly right now my leading candidate to be the National Player of the Year. He's been really sensational all year for the Iowa Hawkeyes. So Iowa really gets himself a positive move today, and so does Michigan. Villanova blew out Temple today. Villanova starting to play a little better after they went through a little bit of a slide. And great news yesterday was the fact that the University of Florida, the Gators, named their court after Billy Donovan, who won those back-to-back titles in 2006, 2007. By the way, he's doing one heck of a job right now in Oklahoma City after losing the likes of Paul George and Westbrook. A lot of people thought it was going to be a below 500 year, but it's not that way. Billy's got them playing winning basketball. And one of the nicest guys you can ever meet. Billy Donovan is as good as it gets as people as well as a guy on the sideline. And there's no doubt he eventually will be a Hall of Famer. Speaking about the Hall of Fame, I'm hoping and praying that this is the year that Eddie Sutton finally gets the call that he is definitely a Hall of Famer. 806 wins. I firmly believe Bob Huggins belongs to that Hall of Fame. He's got over 800 wins. It's a great class this year, no doubt about it, when you include the likes of the late Kobe Bryant getting in with Tim Duncan, and they got some talent getting into that Hall of Fame, Garnett, and it's going to be really, I think, really special. And obviously the tribute to Kobe will be off the charts. And I'm so happy that the NBA, Adam Silver, has announced that the MVP of the All-Star game will be Kobe Bryant's trophy in his name. And I think that is just absolutely fantastic. That guy was an all-star in every way and an MVP player in every way. In terms of on the basketball court, nobody can question his incredible winner's mentality and that ability to always come up and want to make the big play. Never ran from tough times on the court, never. And also, changing subjects, a little bit about baseball, since spring training has started and everybody's down here, pitchers, catchers, games are going to be starting shortly. I just gave away some tickets because I'm unfortunately going to be on the road doing a lot of basketball during that time. It's always a fun time to get down there, talk to some of the players and watch them. Spring training is just a fun time. But saying all that, I think Major League Baseball, it really amazes me. Cheating in a game to get an edge cannot be tolerated. And there's no shape or form that you can convince me that the Astros should have that title after what has been proven and what was done through the investigation of Major League Baseball. Should be asked to vacate that title, which is done in a game of basketball. Why not do it in baseball? I think it should be definitely done because it's an embarrassment. And the interviews and the more comments coming out of players, executives from Houston, it just embarrasses the situation more and more. Just terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. So again, when you tarnish the integrity of the game, you got to pay for it and pay big time. And there's no shape or form you can convince me in any way that title should not be removed, because it certainly was an advantage doing what they were doing. And they did it in cheating fashion. End of story.